I want you guys to take a look at these individuals on my screen, especially this baby here. One thing I despise is for people making it harder for us in the United States, whether it be men, whether it be black men, the black race, whatever it is. This story really stuck out to me. I wanted to make sure and present this first, and I'm going to give you guys some details. My opinions might bother you, but please understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is for the betterment, and if we do the things that I suggest, and because this is stuff that's been proven over time, whether it be the time and age that you have children and stuff like that, whether it be finances, a lot of that stuff can apply, and I think those concepts would work. So before we get into the details, I'm going to give you a disclaimer that you may or may not like my language and it might not be appropriate for children. Content is intended for mature audiences. Mommy of three, take us away with our intro. Let's get it.
Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, new website articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer.
So I'm getting this from newsbreak.com. That's not usually the source I use because I think they're normally, no disrespect, I think they're normally pulling it from another source, but that's what we're going to use today. So I'm going to just be real about that. So a Washington, D.C. man is in Florida jail, and y'all please catch these details. Beautiful little angel too, isn't she? Absolutely. This man is in jail in Florida after his toddler daughter drowned in his arms. So yes, this is another basically a bathtub story or a pool hot tub story. Same thing. Same thing. His toddler daughter drowned in his arms. I'm going to say that again. Drowned in his arms in a hot tub while they were on vacation and staying at an Airbnb, according to police. Now, deputies with the Osceola County Sheriff's Office responded at 3:30 a.m. Saturday to a home off Nice Court in Kissimmee for a report of an unresponsive child who apparently drowned. Paramedics rushed the 20-month-old girl to a hospital where she died about an hour later. Now, according to a probable cause arrest affidavit, detectives interviewed 33-year-old father Raynard Tyrone Hoff, that's him, who admitted he had been drinking and ingested 2 different types of unknown narcotics during the night. Let me pause it right there. If you do drugs, or you know someone who has done drugs, or let me rephrase that whole thing. Cut that, let me rephrase it. For people who do drugs, one thing that you know is they know exactly what the hell they're taking. Does everybody agree? If you're popping pills, popping Molly, popping this, popping that, swallowing whatever the hell you done put in your mouth, you know what you are taking. That would be no problem for you to tell them, here's what I took, here's what I drank. In the black community, we tend to drink Hennessy. Hennessy is the preferred drink of the majority of drinkers in the black community, especially for men. Okay? So it's okay to just sit there and say, if you're going to say you drank and took substances, you could just freaking tell them. You're already going to be in hot water, no pun intended. But you're already going to be in a heap of trouble as it is. You drank some Hennessy, allegedly, and you popped this and you popped that because they said 2 unknown narcotics. That is bullshit. He knows exactly what he took. And again, once you start this line of lying and being dishonest, first of all, you're going to always have to go back and change whatever it is that you done gave because it's not the truth. But I don't respect people who lie. And then it makes me not want to believe nothing else that you say. Be real, be a man, tell the truth. Sometime between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., Huff told detectives in a post-Miranda interview, so he got his rights and he talked after that, he entered the master bedroom where he saw the girl's mother and the infant asleep. And that sounds like they were in a safe place. Yes, I call cap. Thank you. They were in a safe space, a safe place. Hoff said he noticed the toddler was awake and wanted to be with him. That is subjective. She wanted to be with you. That's subjective. I mean, that's an opinion. So he grabbed her and went outside to the backyard hot tub. Again, this is 2 a.m. Who drinks and pops pills and grabs their kid and hops in hot tubs at 2 a.m? That just doesn't seem logical or normal. He allegedly said that he was holding his daughter in his arms when he fell asleep for roughly 20 minutes. He woke up when he felt the girl's head drop. The suspect said he immediately knew something was wrong because she felt limp, according to police. He ran inside to alert the girl's mother, but did not mention they were in the hot tub. Let me say that again. He did not mention they were in the hot tub. Changing story again. And she may have drowned, according to the affidavit. The mother called police and paramedics who responded to the home to find the girl foaming at the mouth, unresponsive, the complaint stated. Hoff was unable to provide any reasonable explanation as to why he took his one-year-old daughter, who could not swim, into a hot tub outside the residence with a depth of approximately 37 inches and approximately at approximately 0300 hours. So that's 3 a.m. when the weather was approximately 55 degrees Fahrenheit, while he was feeling like he was coming off of the effects of alcohol. So y'all can see, even if we wanted to believe his pile of BS, it's easy to see why they don't believe him, and nor do I think they should believe him. Do any of y'all believe him? Because I don't. I damn sure don't. Hoff had been vacationing at the Airbnb home with his family. He's facing charges of aggravated manslaughter of a child and child neglect with great bodily harm. The suspect is in Osceola County Jail with no bond. I don't know why they don't give him a bond. Well, maybe because they feel like this is intentional, so maybe that actually does make sense. So, there's some other sources out there for news. If there's anything else out there from whether it be Law and Crime or whoever the case is, you can look this story up, pretty easy to find. Information about Raynard Tyrone Hoff. Y'all let me know what you think. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Let's take a look at our news videos. We only got 2, and they're short.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
If y'all would do me a favor and please hit that thumbs up, share this video. That would help us out quite a bit. Let me know what you think. And even let me know where you guys are watching from. Always make sure to leave a comment. If nothing else, leave a comment on the video and let me know what you think. Here we go. Let's get it.
A 1-year-old girl is dead and her father is in jail after investigators say she drowned in a hot tub at a vacation rental in Kissimmee. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Nancy Alvarez.
And I'm Stuart Moore. That family was visiting from Washington, D.C. West 3 Spencer Tracy is live at the Osceola County Sheriff's Office with the latest. And Spencer, you spoke exclusively with the little girl's family.
And Stuart, as you can imagine, this family was absolutely devastated to hear this, and now they're grieving the loss of that beautiful 1-year-old girl. They are calling this a freak accident, while the sheriff's office says this was a series of decisions that could have been a preventable tragedy.
She's gonna be missed tremendous. She's gonna be very, very missed. Seeing her little butt running around. It's almost Christmas.
A family in mourning and in complete shock following the death of 1-year-old Azaria Huff. Osceola County investigators say she drowned in a hot tub at this Kissimmee vacation rental.
It's very hard. Losing a niece in that way is very hard. And then I'm very hurt for my brother because he is just distraught. He is tore up.
Her father, 33-year-old Raynard Tyrone Huff, told detectives he'd been drinking and was holding his daughter in the hot tub when he fell asleep for 15 to 20 minutes. Deputies say the toddler was pulled from the water just after 3:30 Sunday morning unresponsive. We spoke with Huff's mom and 2 siblings who tell me he was visiting from Washington, D.C.
He's hurting real bad and he needs to be back here with us.
The child was seen by the medical examiner who was able to determine the cause of death in this case was related to the drowning.
Huff went before a judge Monday afternoon where he is charged with aggravated manslaughter. Detectives say Huff admitted alcohol may have contributed to him falling asleep and that he had also ingested 2 different narcotics before getting into the hot tub.
Children in water can be so dangerous, and the parent's job is to make sure that all eyes are on them, focused, not under the influence, so that they can keep their kids safe.
The arrest report states he attempted CPR in the backyard while the child's mother inside the home called for help. Investigators say he could not explain why he took a 1-year-old.
That is a big pool out there. That looks like a shared pool. When you talk about an Airbnb, that looks like a shared pool for like a whole apartment complex. That is a big pool.
Child who could not swim into a 37-inch deep hot tub late at night.
We feel bad for this mom and dad. We know they were devastated. They had another 6-month-old child there in the room with mom that she was trying to put down. So we know that watching 2 small kids is a challenge.
And we know today that the judge set no bond for Huff and he will remain in the Osceola County Jail. His next court hearing is scheduled for this Friday. We'll continue to follow this and bring you the latest on this tragedy.
The father was arrested and booked into the Osceola County Jail. The sheriff's office says early Saturday morning he woke up after falling asleep in a hot tub with his daughter in his arms. 33-year-old Raynard Huff from Washington, D.C. was arrested by Osceola County Sheriff's deputies for child neglect with great bodily harm. Those charges were upgraded Sunday to add aggravated manslaughter of a child. The family was staying at an Airbnb in the Four Corners area. Huff awoke after falling asleep in the hot tub, finding the 20-month-old toddler unresponsive. He told detectives he took her into the hot tub and fell asleep with her in his arms. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The sheriff's office says this is still an ongoing death investigation. Covering Osceola County at the jail, David Jones, West 2 News.
In the chat, you're asking, why would he offer to take the baby if he's been drinking? Here's the thing. I don't think he did. I think what it was the mother was asleep. According to his words, the baby was awake and I guess cooing for him or asking for him or reaching for him or whatever the case is. And he's high and drunk. Horrible combination as it is, that alone and being around your kids should be an arrestable, jailable offense in itself because that's proving that you're an irresponsible father, okay? Especially with little bitty babies, all right? On top of that, your logic and your reasoning is to say that your daughter wants to be with you. So if you were going to take this baby to the hot tub, were you already in the hot tub? Did you get out to go get the kid and then bring the kid back? Or if you weren't already in there, which I would love to see them ask him that question. Ask him that. Just ask him, was he already in the hot tub or was he making his way to the hot tub for the first time right before he got his daughter? I just would like to hear that information. And then you pick the baby up off the bed, take the baby to the hot tub, and then you go to sleep. So here's the weird thing. I've been intoxicated from alcohol before. And usually when I'm tired, I will go lay down. Not go get in a tub, not go do activities. If you're sleepy, you normally would just go to sleep on the bed, get in bed with the mom. I'm just telling y'all, I don't even if you wanted to come up with a motive, what's the motive? We really don't know why. Like if you wanted this to be qualified as an accident, the best, then that would be intent, of course. But if it were accidental, just tell the truth. And I don't think he's doing that. And I think that the more that you tell lies, you're going to be convicted. There's the GoFundMe. If you guys want to support that, you guys know I'm all about. I'm not against GoFundMe. I'm just pro life insurance. Wish they had life insurance. They don't. That's the baby's full name. That's the obituary. But if you want to support, they are asking for $15,000 and they've gotten $5,000, so they're $10,000 off so far. That's a hell of a lot of money. I don't really understand what they're going to do with that. Normally, the states will have a burial fund for victims, especially for babies. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong about that. I've researched it before. Most states, most counties have that in their funding provisions. So what's the $15,000 for? It's beyond me, but I'm not against it. I'm just saying we should always have life insurance. That's just the right thing to do, period, because the circle of life will end at some point. This beautiful baby, I think the dad was just not a good person, not a good caretaker. And this beautiful angel lost her life just because we're not choosing fathers and choosing who we have babies by very well. My personal opinion, I do say men should be fathers under the age of 30 years old. He was, what, 33? You just can't fix stupid sometimes. You just can't be this level of stupid. So whatever time he gets in prison, I think it'll be sufficient. So to this little baby, let's get her picture back up here. Her name is, I think it's Azaria or Azariah. I think it's Azaria. Azaria, young princess, R.I.P. Thank you guys for listening to her story. If we have any updates that even are significant, we'll make sure to do another update and we'll tell you guys what really happened in the story. All right. Thank you. Let's go ahead and go to our next story here. And I'm actually about to shout you guys out. Thank you for those who had it. And I know we're just coming off of Christmas and New Year's, and people are working and trying to take care of their things. So for those who have it in their heart and in their budget to be able to donate to the Cash App. And thank you for those who continue to stick with me on Patreon, because that's one time a month. You can just pick a tier and say, I'm going to donate this amount of money. You do it one time a month. It's automatic. I promise you, we need more people over there, and that helps so tremendously. So thank you for those who've done it in the past. Thank you for those who are still there. And thank you for those who are able to donate and take on challenges like Brandy said earlier. Thank you guys so much. So thank you to Vicky over in PayPal. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, thank you very much. My brother, Reege 3002, who said happy Friday. So happy Friday to Reege. I know you are, handling your business. So thank you, my brother. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you to Brandy, who issued that particular challenge and donated on top of that. So when you issue a challenge, I love it when you guys are able to live up to that. So if you're listening, thank you very much. So much love. We had one person who took on that challenge, which is from, I think that's Raven Queen. Raven, are you in the chat? Because I don't know if I saw your name in there, but I want to say thank you. Said thank you for what you do. Took on the challenge in Cash App. Thank you very much. To, Kate Sis. I was not going to remember that, but thank you for posting it in the comment section. Kate Sis says, have a great show, and donated by way of that challenge multiplied by 2. And thank you, and big thank you, said God's work. Mail Hugh for you, and I will keep the amount that you donated private, because I had to, well, actually, I kept the last one private too, but she donated a big amount and then came back and donated yet again. So Mail Hugh for you, my heart to yours if you're listening. Thank you very much. I try to keep the amounts that you donate private, because I don't want people all up in y'all business and, well, why did you do this and why did you do that? It's not anybody else's business why you guys want to support us, to simply help us keep up with bills and keep this show going and keep us supported and build up the AFC. We're going to continue to keep speaking for these babies. And whoever that was that asked for the shirt, you said something like for your job. I know I didn't read your comment right away publicly, but I did see your comment. So I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. So sorry about that. Oh, I know Reege said you wanted this shirt also. Reege, just, to just hit me up. I'll make sure that you get a shirt. You've been donating for an extremely long time. I got you. So just hit me up. There's Mel. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate you. Because I promise y'all, the more of that people can do as a whole, even if it's $1 or anything. What's up, Incognito? Or anything above that is greatly, greatly appreciated. What's up to Janine? What's up, Janine? Genevieve, I see you. Uria, Brian Watt, what up, my guy? Pirate Lady, I see you. Thank you for being back in the building. RDV, I see you. What's up, Lynn? 71521. I know it's giving out your whole handle. I know that's odd, but that's the way it reads. What's up, Brandy? The Jab in the building. I see you. Y'all ready for story number 2? Well. There's a good chance that you guys might have already seen the story of Rebecca Baptiste, this 10-year-old little girl. Let me back up on her picture right here. Some of y'all might have already heard about this story. I was highly offended when I read this, to just see the level of depravity that people will go through. I don't even understand why people have kids. Some people are just sick, and I just think that these type of things just need to be punished to the fullest extent. This is why we have maximum penalties under law. I won't say that word right now because I don't want to get flagged in my video. Let's get into talking about this baby. Y'all, this girl went through absolute hell, and she almost survived, okay? My content and my language might be inappropriate at times, so it ain't intended for children. This is intended for mature audiences. Mommy of 4, please take it away. We want to keep our monetization on the channel. Let's get it. You said you have seen this before. Okay, all right, here we go.
Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, new website articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer.
So I'm getting this source from nypost.com. So thank you for the article. Let me pull this down. A 10-year-old girl was allegedly tortured to death by her father and his girlfriend. Dad's girlfriend participated allegedly. Just months after she jumped out of a window to escape the abuse, only to be returned by police officers. Very weird that this baby literally had to fight for her life and did not survive. Rebecca Baptiste, 10 years old, was found on the side of an Arizona highway, beaten and starving on July following years of vicious physical abuse and neglect. Her father, because I get pretty emotional. I'm going to just read this. Look at how crappy these people look. Her father, 32-year-old Richard Baptiste, and Anisha Woods, who's 29 years old, I guess that's the girlfriend, who acted as the girl's stepmother, were later arrested and charged with her murder. But 9 months earlier, in October 2024, this is the kicker again. I think this is where we had a system failure clearly. In October 2024, Rebecca, then who was 9 years old, made a daring escape from her father's second-floor Phoenix apartment and asked for help from a homeless person and a gas station employee, telling them that her stepmom abused her. And that's according to AZ Family as a source. She was taken to Phoenix Children's Hospital, where Phoenix Police and the Arizona Department of Child Safety, DCS, got involved. She told officers that she ran away because she got in trouble after Woods thought she was pretending to sleep, according to police report. Woods made her run laps as punishment and hit her with a brush in the back of her hand, the girl said, revealing faint bruising and marks on the back of both of her hands. Rebecca Woods also hit her with a belt on her feet and showed the officers the red marks on both of them. So you have evidence. It has happened a lot, she told police. Police interviewed Woods, who denied hitting Rebecca and claimed the girl was harming herself with a brush the night before. That's a red flag. Like, why? Like, once I hear that, I'm thinking, no, that's book. Ain't no kid about to beat themselves. That's dumb. That's dumb logic. That's just dumb. The DCS investigator told police they had multiple reports of Rebecca self-harming and accusing Woods of abuse. But due to the conflicting stories and lack of witnesses, authorities determined the October 2024 incident did not rise to the level of criminal prosecution, and the case was closed a month later. Y'all remember Dakota Collins? Thank you for calling that out. The girl got away, and this is where DCS investigators and the police and the city and the state have failed, because now you have a dead child on your hands, and when these children are asking for help and they are denied, I don't believe that children lie. They have to be taught the value of lying, and I think you can maybe learn to do it, later on in life. But for the most part, I'm going to believe all children. Until proven otherwise, I'm going to believe all children. Can we post that in the chat? Believe all children. That is a failure, and that should stand as a stain on them. Y'all lost this baby. Y'all failed. A DCS report from October confirmed that that it was one of at least 12 reports over the years raising concerns about the girl's safety. Y'all had plenty of time to save this baby's life. In early June of 2025, the family moved from Phoenix to a yurt. I don't know what a yurt is, whatever. Y-U-R-T in a remote part of Apache County, according to the news. Rebecca was found unresponsive. Y'all brace yourselves for this. She was found unresponsive, horribly beaten, sexually abused, probably by her father. Keep that in mind. And malnourished on the side of a highway in Hallbrook on July the 27th. I'm not going to even repeat that or get into the details about him SAing his own daughter. I think he should be, if he's convicted, should face the DP for that. The ultimate penalty under law. Thank you, The Jab. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for sharing the content. I appreciate you a lot. She died in the hospital from non-accidental trauma. 3 days later, DCS said. One doctor says she was tortured, according to AZ Family. Police searched the family's home and discovered a horror scene. There were lots of paper towels with blood all over them in a trash can where we found clumps of hair. They found clumps of hair. Were they pulling her hair out? Lord have mercy. Anyway, police say that Baptiste and Woods admitted to physically disciplining the girl when she got in trouble. After this woman just said that she didn't do it and the child was harming herself with the brush. Y'all remember that? Now the police are saying that Baptiste and Woods are admitting to physically disciplining the girl when she gets in trouble. The pair were arrested and charged each with first-degree murder, which I agree, aggravated assault, child abuse, and kidnapping. Damon Hawkins, who's Rebecca's uncle, told the news that he partially blames a broken system for his niece's brutal murder. 13 times of being contacted don't sound like no accident. That sounds like these people didn't care. Hawkins says he and his wife alerted DCS after they noticed the red flags. He claimed that on multiple occasions he tried to see Rebecca and her two younger brothers, but was turned away. I made it clear to the investigator in DCS that the system failed her, which I agree. We have logs and logs of the times where over the past years they have been contacted of the worry that we had. The accused couple is due back in court in January and is scheduled for trial in June. Let's follow that trial, okay? Let me give you guys a fair
In Richard's interview with detectives, he admitted Rebecca may have been running to get help or water.
Unresponsive, unconscious, and unable to breathe for herself.
Started a little bit soon.
Citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Let me see. You said, did I get your PayPal from Vicky? Give me just a second. Let me check it, dear. I will check it right now. I think I shouted you. Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouted you out earlier. I shouted everybody out at the same time. I'm sorry if you didn't catch that. But I made sure to shout you out first because I saw the PayPal. So, Vicky, if you're listening, love, thank you very much. I did get your PayPal. Here we go, guys. If y'all do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up if you listen to the sound of my voice. Continue to support us. We definitely appreciate it. Here we go. Let's get it.
New details tonight in the death investigation of 10-year-old Rebecca Baptiste. Her father and his girlfriend facing charges for her murder.
The details of the case are disturbing. There's no other way to put it. Fox 10's Kenzie Beach has been following it from the beginning. She went to Apache County today, where Rebecca and her family had just moved. Kenzie.
We're able to give you a first look at where 10-year-old Rebecca Baptiste spent the last month of her life leading up to her death. The Baptiste family moving from Phoenix to this extremely remote area in Apache County, living in this yurt-style home with no electricity and little water.
No neighbors for miles. Richard Baptiste inherited this land, moving the kids to County Road 9373 as plastic toys still sit in the front yard. Court documents detail the first 911 call on July 27th. It came from Anicia Woods on Richard Baptiste's cell phone. Rebecca traveling 30 minutes in the family's Ford Focus, not breathing. Woods said Rebecca was found this way after running away. In Richard's interview with detectives, he admitted Rebecca may have been running to get help or water.
Unresponsive, unconscious, and unable to breathe for herself.
I need her on a flat ground so that you can administer CPR. I need you to pull over so that I can page him out to you and we can start CPR. Do you know how to administer CPR?
Yes, I do, unfortunately.
Those 911 calls are chilling. The end of that 911 call, the caller, who appears to be Anicia Woods, saying she does know how to do CPR, ending it with unfortunately. Well, that 911 call ended in this parking lot here. Behind me is Highway 180. So the family pulled into this lot where I'm standing, and you can hear they say, we need to put her down on a flat surface. So they did. We're not sure if it's where I'm standing or over here in this gravel, but if we walk this way, they did tell 911 dispatchers that they were pulling up to this gift shop. Now, it was here where they waited for the ambulance. Rebecca Baptiste was transported into an ambulance and taken to a hospital in Winslow, but her injuries were so extensive that she was flown to Phoenix Children's Hospital. Now, being out here today and talking to a lot of people, not only at this shop here, but the Dollar General where Richard Baptiste worked for just one day, and also speaking with different museums and gift shops, they've all now heard of Rebecca Baptiste's story, but none of them tell me that they ever saw the 10-year-old girl, but they're heartbroken, wishing they could have done something. But as we continue to comb through paperwork and as we were out here today, we're now able to piece together a little more of Rebecca's story. So we'll send it back to you, John, Christina.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking all the way around. Just absolutely devastating.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, on the replay, I'm going to upload those extra news videos, and I'm going to fix that volume. I know the volume is a little bit low, so let's go ahead and give my conclusion here. There was even, I think, a 911 call that was made. This whole thing was totally avoidable, and how this baby spoke out, tried to escape, had people speaking up, saw something and said something, and they still refused. That's what it sounds like. DCS and the state and the prosecutors and whoever else refused to help this baby the way that they were supposed to, in my opinion, okay? So I think this is a failure of the system, and man, we got to start replacing these people. If this is how they're going to do, I think they failed, but we're absolutely going to follow this in court. So stand by whenever that court date starts up, whenever they're in trial. We're going to follow up on that. But thank you guys so much for listening with an open mind. And to that young girl, I mean, she did what she was supposed to do. And she reached out, and they failed her. So Rebecca Baptiste, Princess, R.I.P. So we'll give you guys an update. So please make sure you guys subscribe and leave a comment and let me know what you guys think, okay? We're going to definitely follow her story, and we're going to ask for justice here, okay? Thank you.